episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. With your hosts, and Marvin, ToledoJess, and Dano. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is a classy on-demand production.
Oh, man. Blonde moments, I tell you, friends. And I had one. I even have a note right up there that says, check mic, unmute. And what I do, I didn't unmute. We have Jason Howard with us tonight from the Greenhorn Miners. Paul's on his way. Andy's who knows where, but we'll get the full 411 here in a minute. See Jason's picking at his teeth and stuff.
That's what I do.
So how you doing, Jesse?
Okay.
Anything new since last week?
Only raccoons suck.
Raccoons bite, suck. Yeah.
Yeah, they're there's a lot of legalities about having nuisance raccoons in your house. I don't know if anybody knows that, especially here in Ohio. I guess every state's different.
Yeah. Oops.
So
We don't have that problem here in Wyoming.
no, what do you got? What's your nuisance animal?
I try to be politically correct here. It's usually too cold for just about anything. I don't know, but coyotes come into city limits and moose, deer. I'd say deer is if you got a flower in your yard, they're gone.
Yeah. We got coyotes here too. Believe it or not, in Toledo, Ohio, where I live, I've seen coyotes walking through the neighborhood.
Yeah. Looking for little cats and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. No, I take you. So yeah, here in Ohio, you can't it's against the law to trap them, even if they're like in your attic. You know, you have to call someone. And here's the catch: they don't just come out and catch them; they want to repair the holes in your, or however they get in. It's they're looking at charging you $500. Otherwise, if you catch them and trap them and like turn them into wild animal rescue and stuff, they actually just euthanize them. That sucks. I mean, I don't. Ain't no big deal to me, but it just kind of sucks that you go through all that and all I do is kill them anyway. Yeah, I could have killed them myself.
Right.
But I can't do that. I can't do that either. I'm not allowed to kill them, even if they are nuisance critters.
Says
I don't. Some guy up in some office somewhere. Just telling you, let's just be careful.
They ruin.
And they're mean critters too, boy. Raccoons are mean.
And they're smart.
Yeah. Very smart.
Let's let Dano talk about his trip a little before I do my little mail call, because I see the Nug's wife's in here, the cat lady.
Well, we should have everybody come in and talk about that. We need to say hi to our chat room too.
That we do.
A lot of people showing up today.
Yeah, I see Jim and Michael, Donald, Susan Hamilton. Welcome to the Flash Fam.
Yep. J3B.
Yeah.
Susan.
Professor Nez.
Yep.
Yeah, Professor Nez, Flash Bam,
Donald
Nez
DK.
Nation.
Jazzy Adventures is here.
Oh, hey, viewed
Hey, view this. How you doing?
Hey, there's the Nug right there. Joe, how are you?
And Susan Hamilton, and she new to the room. Susan Hamilton's in here tonight.
I bet, like Jason, though, Dano's biting at the bit to head out to the Golden State of Cali.
Joe, look. Joe Stasakonis is in the room tonight.
I'm ready to
Hey,
get
Joe.
going, buddy. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I bet. Hey, Grotty Gold Prospecting.
Hey, Grotty's in the room. Welcome.
Yeah. Did you see their video?
Which one?
The floating sluice.
Yes, I did.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Very
know how I am about stuff like that. We have a lot of Aussies in the house. Hey, Drone Kings in
Shaw's
Darwin.
prospecting.
Yeah, hey Ron, how you doing, bud? Well, let me get this out of the way, and then we could let Dano talk a little about his trip, and then we can get all the 411 on the boys heading to the wilderness, the last frontier.
Hi, Diana. We didn't see you there.
Yeah. Oh, there's your sister. Yes. Hi, Diana.
And there's Wayne. Wayne's in the room.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Got your stickers. I'm glad. But we got this in the mail today or actually yesterday, from our friends Exploring with the Nug and Cat Lady.
Oh, nice.
Have a hug from the Nug. I bet Caitlin, Candence made that. You know, Dear Red, thanks so much for all your support, along with the stickers. I included a little bag of Cloud9. It's for you, Lucky, not me. But a little catnip for the kitties. I guess it's some pretty potent stuff.
Oh.
Some Cloud9 silver vine for your cat. I presume Lucky, since he's the vocal one usually. That guy, I couldn't get him off my chair about an hour ago. I had to about sit on him. And then he moved to my lap. And I'm finally like, off, buddy, off.
Cat lady, was it dude knock him out? She says it will stop the meowing for a bit.
Yeah, a little goes a long ways, and that's a little. Must be some potent stuff. Pinch between your fingertips and put it on a toy or anywhere you would put catnip. Try putting it on only one toy on the ground between all your cats. They don't have to. All right on. It's a different type of buzz, very mellowing. Hope all the cats enjoy. Sweet cat, cool cat lady.
It's like ecstasy for kitties.
See you on Tuesday, Jeremy and Candace, Nug and Cat Lady. Awesome. And they actually sent us 2 types of stickers, guys. And look at that. We have a Nug Life. Those are pretty nice.
Cool
stickers, yep. Jeremy and Candace. And some Brute Magnetic stickers. That's the type of fishing magnet I use right there is a Brute.
Oh, Patrick's in the room. Hey, Patrick.
Hint, Brute. Hint. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, Jaron. I didn't say hi to Jaron, the world's greatest moderator.
Yes, the world's greatest moderator in the house. And I got another package in the mail from a friend of ours in.
Wait, what? Patrick moved?
What?
Just got done moving, taking a break before the boss.
Mowing.
Just got done mowing. Hey, Wisco Style, how you doing? If you're in
Thanks,
college and you like drinking, check out Wisco Style, our friend from the Cheesehead state of Wisconsin.
Hey, Wisco Style.
But I got a package from a Canadian I've been working on getting on the show. It'd probably be later when the snow starts falling again, since he's a teacher and pretty busy. I guess I'll have another panning, gold panning thing, but I got some pay dirt from Dan Hurd.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but it's supposed to have gemstones and even some diamonds in it.
Cool.
I got my diamond tester right up there. So.
Hey, Bob, Missouri.
I'll be playing with this. I don't see no nuggets, Dan.
They're hiding in there somewhere.
He's been on our live show a couple of times and shared some photos. Thank you very much, Dan. I'll do a video on that.
Sweet dirt.
Yes, Dan Hurd. However you pronounce his last name.
Well, happy birthday, Bob, Missouri.
Hey, Bob, Missouri. He's a long time subscriber of mine, ours. Oh. But that'd be fun panning out. I'm also doing, in the middle of a video of panning some stuff I got from our friend from Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn's Finest Black Edition. Yes, sir. That's in editing. So it is in editing. Editing! G-string, don't bend over like that, Jason. Please.
Did you get cracked?
At least it wasn't facing the camera.
No doubt. And happy Ron Shaw's birthday tomorrow. Want to give him an early birthday shout out? Sing out?
No.
No. We
Bob
haven't
Missouri's
done.
Birthday today.
Whose?
Bob Missouri.
Oh, so we'll throw Ron in with it.
Mine's in 9 days.
Yours too.
Yeah.
We don't sing like Dennis Dayton does on Prospectors Radio. No, we don't.
I'll be driving up to Alaska on my birthday.
Hey, Jerry, Luke Duke, how you doing?
Jerry, hey, Luke.
Ray Moore, good to see y'all. Excellent. Hey, is Professor Nez still in the house? Guys, I want to send him a panning kit. He lives in
Gold Wizards, how you doing? Or should I say yo?
Professor Nez lives in South Orange County. And I know there's gold up in the Saddleback Mountain. But Flower Gold Wizard, how you doing, Jerry? Excellent.
Oh, Jerry, what's up, dude?
What, no Top Cat? Hey, Charlie Rice. Oh no. I almost that's Sandy. That's Sandy Riser.
He comes home from work and naps.
That's Mrs. Riser.
Ah.
Then we have Chris, Yeti Mountain Trading. Welcome, Chris. Flower Gold, thank you. I'm running on caffeine and chocolate.
Reese's cups, not chocolate.
Peanut butter.
Actually, my coffee has chocolate in it. Chocolate mix. But yeah, I ate like 2 packs of Reese's about 5 minutes before I called you in for pre-meeting.
That's your catnip.
That's Ed's usual eating when he sits down with Reese's. It's usually 2 4-packs.
I thought so, Sandy. I thought it's a great
There's
combination.
Charlie.
Hey, Charlie Riser's here. Hey.
How you doing, buddy?
And Dan Dredgen Sucks Zoller's in the house.
Yep.
Yep.
And Bowler.
You know, he lives by Hangtown, I think. I think he lives, you'll be right in that area. You gonna
That's where
look up
Joel
Dan
lives.
Zoller too? You
Hi,
gonna,
Jason Mayu, Colorado.
are you
You're
gonna
talking
do a
about
little meet and greet while you're there with some other YouTubers and stuff besides
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
LVPA West Coast crew?
I want to meet down. I'm gonna go see Dan. I want to try to visit with Dan. And of course, I'm gonna go see your brother.
Yeah.
And I got a few things I want to go see. I've been looking online at things, and there's just a few things I want to go see while I'm out there. There is a couple hard rock mines you can tour.
Yeah, cool.
I want to check stuff out, man. If I'm gonna be out there, I want to check it all out.
See if you're running the 2 toes while you're out there too.
They're going
I
to
told Ed I'd send him a bag of dirt.
a bag, a box.
My butt. I'm digging for me.
Oh, come on. It'd take you a minute. Just
I'll send you an if it fits it ships box.
You know what I want?
the same thing.
No, yeah, but I want root dirt.
You sure you don't want moss dirt?
I want
Yeah,
moss and crevice dirt.
Right.
Well, crevices you might be hard pressed. If I see what I'm getting, you might not get that.
No, don't even classify or
Okay,
nothing.
just some
I wanted a surprise. Just throw it in a box. What happens
I look
when
at it, you probably won't get it.
Yeah.
Well, I might. Here, I'll take this out and I'll send this to Ed.
I'll take the big one out, a couple little ones in.
I think that'd be a long road ahead before we have 30,000 subs and 500 watching, Sharon. But thank you for the sentiment. One day, maybe
Yes.
in about
Jared,
20
yes, we
years.
definitely will still do our shout out.
Hey, Patrick Truesdale, how you doing?
Someday we'll have a weekend prospecting show that you'll watch every Saturday.
Oh.
Hey, we have irons in the fire. Now, view this. You're in Massachusetts. Dano's heading to the mother lode of the California. California mother lode. Yep. California mother lode. But I'll tell you this, brother. Next time I'm in Mass seeing my youngest, I'll definitely let you know. That's right, David. So why don't we get the 411 in on the guys and all the stuff that's happened since the last time you guys were on?
Sure, let's get the greenhorns out. Hey, Drone King in Darwin. King's in Darwin.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's more like Greenhorn.
What, you're the only one left?
Yeah, I got rid of them all.
No.
I figured I don't need them.
Yeah, right.
You didn't do a Sierra Madre, a Humphrey Bogart type thing on them now, did you?
Yeah, see, I don't know how to do that impersonation, but
Yeah.
see, I'm just gonna go to Alaska, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
go find some gold, eh?
Yeah, that's a ticket.
Say hello to my little friends.
Oh,
Since the last time you guys were on, which was a while ago, things have changed, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
And now the greenhorns are 3 of you or 4?
Well, we got a few other people that's going to be connecting up with us. Stephen True, he's been a lifesaver for me because he actually is he picked up my dredge from a guy that I bought already up there, and he drove a couple of 100 miles to get it, and did me a solid. He went completely over it and got it dialed in for me already. So I'll probably have to give him some beer.
Nice. Yeah,
mean,
at least one or two, right?
At least, yeah. And he's going to be joining us on one or two of the claims. Right now, I think as it stands, we do have 3 claims. But we're probably gonna spend most of our time at one of them over by Toke,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where Steven's gonna bring my dredge to me, and but Carr's already on the way up there.
Right.
What city was that? I said that he was passing through.
Dano might remember it. I wouldn't. I know I asked if he was going through Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon. Yeah,
Saskatoon.
yeah.
Saskatoon.
Right about now, he probably just passed it. And Andy Watkins, he's about an hour 20 minutes away from me now. So he's been driving from Alabama, and he's going to come to me, and we're basically just waiting on my daughter to graduate, and then the very next day we're leaving.
So what is that?
Do between now and then still. So yeah. So and then we're probably going to meet up with our claim owner, Ron. Probably at our second claim. He's kind of jealous right now because he knows where we're going to be mining first.
And he's jealous?
Oh yeah, that's what I hear anyway. So, and he's running heavy equipment, so and we're dredging, so
Right.
It'd be really awesome if we actually got more than he did, and he's running heavy equipment. That's kind of what I'm hoping.
It's always nice when a grasshopper teaches a teacher.
I mean, it's no secret. I mean, we're all new to this,
Right.
But we've learned a lot of things, to get us to this point. And even before we even go up there, I mean, we've been planning this stuff for months, and
Right.
trying to get all prepared and not overly prepared, and just trying to. And I gotta say, man, the gold mining community has been like awesome. If I have any questions, like there's so many people I can reach out to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's one of the great things about this community is there's always someone willing to give you a hand, give you some advice, or
yeah.
show you how to do this or that, or
And you
teach
guys
you a
are,
new way,
yep.
even when you don't want it.
It's like, well, I'm like the same thing. If if there's anything like a struggle that I run into, I'm the first person to like let everybody know, like, hey, don't do this. You know what I mean? It's not a good idea to smuggle across the border. I don't know. You don't want to get cavity searched or whatever.
Right.
That's not good.
No. So like I was just talking with Carr today, I've talked to him on the phone a few times, but he was telling me about his 2.5 hours that he was at the border, and they searched it high and low, and then they asked him if it was okay if they send his trailer and everything through the X-ray machine, and
No, you better not.
no, yeah, don't do that. You'll
Dude,
find you might find what you're not looking for.
Yeah, Canada.
Flower Gold Wizards wants to know what's wrong with a nice cavity search.
Right? That's the very first thing I asked Carr when I got him on the phone, and I'm like, cavity search. Tell me they did it. You know what I mean? When I get there with Andy, I'm going to be like, this guy. No, not me. I don't do well with that. You want this guy. Yeah, but like I said, a lot of things have changed. Like initially, there was like 5 of us.
Right.
Okay, and it's a little bit of a touchy subject, but
yeah, well, drama happens and things don't always work out like you want, so you just got to keep on going.
Yeah, I mean,
regardless.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna speak ill of anybody.
Right. And we don't, and to be honest with you, we don't really want to hear
it. Right. So I mean, but the main goal is going up there and
right
and finding gold. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
like with anything, there's going to be some sacrifices and things like that. So I know having a good support system is vital. My wife is on board, and and friends are on board. So I mean, they're all wishing me the best, and I got a
Right.
lot going on within this week. I got my daughter graduating, and then so she'll be heading out to the dorms, moving out as I'm on the road. So I'll be kind of missing out on that.
Straight into college.
Yeah, straight in there.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very
She'll do
cool.
well.
So have you? In the meantime, I know you've been. I've seen a couple of things where you've done it. You've been getting much time out on the creek or practicing your painting skills.
No, the only
No.
practicing that I've gotten was from Roy Woody.
Uh huh.
He gave me some pay dirt, and I went through that a few times, and then there was the experience that I had down in Colorado. We were
Right.
using the Gold Hog and everything else down like that. So I mean, Carr's got more experience than any of us. So and
Right.
Andy, we're kind of learning as we go, but I feel pretty confident with my panning skills. I've repanted all that same dirt like 4 times. I didn't want to miss a drop, but I didn't have
Right.
a lower table
Right.
or anything else like that. And I do see the benefits. I have yet to use the gold cube, and I know they're awesome. What I've been doing is
Just another tool to use.
one
Like
thing I've
Jesse
been kind of
was.
struggling with for a while is getting my T80 compressor ready. I've talked to Keen like numerous times about getting my bearings for my T80. And eventually I got the bearings, but they were sent out of New York. So and they fit right on there perfectly. So if there's anybody out there that's looking to get replacement bearings for a T80 compressor, go to your local bearing house and they'll get them out of New York.
Cool.
I
So
ordered 6 of them.
have you been on the end of a nozzle yet on a dredge?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So you're just gonna be big time greenhorn.
I'm the greenest of the green.
You're gonna be green, boy. That's
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Like a lighter color of green, that'd be me.
He's about to make that decision whether he really likes prospecting or not.
Yep.
Once he realizes it's work.
I'm not afraid of work. I mean, the term mining, I'm no stranger to. I worked at a Trona mine for like 10 years.
Right. You are a miner, but this is a different type of mining.
Yep, it's just a different type, is all.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna get different muscles sore. You're gonna have different. You're gonna have everything's gonna be different,
Yeah, man.
especially dredging. Have you snorkeled before? Have you?
I have dived. I have
Okay.
dove before, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's a help. But yeah, it's still a total different monster there.
Well,
But it'll be fun.
Well, when I worked at the mines, I worked heavy equipment mostly, and I'm really familiar with belt lines and all that. But
Right.
one thing I learned, like everything underground is heavy. You know what I mean? Like a wrench, it's heavy. A screwdriver is heavy. And there's a lot of repetition. So, I'm actually one of the few people that's okay with repetition. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I worked in an assembly line in a factory, so.
yeah, that.
Talk about repetition, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
I've got the bad shoulders to prove it.
But I'm expecting that repetition, and and we got a lot of work to do. We've looked at the maps and everything else, and we're going to have to cut in a path to where we're going. So I'm bringing the chainsaw. So we're going to have like 2 chainsaws, 3 4-wheelers with winches. And so we're going to have to clear about an 800-yard path to where we're going to go. And so, it'll probably, when it's all said and done, we'll probably have about a quarter mile, half-mile trip from where we're dredging to where we're camping, that we'll have to travel back and forth. So, I mean, we got a really solid strategy. I'm bringing the drone and get a lay of the land.
There you go.
Was that?
I said, there you go, you know.
I've done so much YouTube videos and reading books, you know what I mean? It's like, but you can only do that so much, and then, but having the hands on is really where it's going to come down to, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not expecting to be a millionaire, you know. I think we're
Well,
all
that's good. You won't be disappointed then.
no. But honestly, I think, you know, and I'll speak in the behalf of the other guys. I think if we do just enough to basically pay for the fuel to get there and back, I mean, in our opinion, it's a success.
Oh, I think you'll do better than that, but you know, you're not. It's not. I don't think you're gonna. No, you never know. Hey, I'm not gonna say because you never know.
Well, I
You
just
can,
saw
you can hit that mother load. You can hit that pocket of
that's what gets
$30,000 worth of gold. I mean, you don't know, you know. But that's the whole adventure of it. Going up there, knowing that possibility is a possibility.
I mean, just paying that pay dirt that Roy sent me, and you know, seeing it just kind of surface and show up, it was just like re-spark and all that excitement about it, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I got it right here. I keep it with me. You know, it's not much, but
Hey, that will be full when you come back. Hopefully by 10 times.
oh yeah,
It's not much, but look at the smile it's got on
I'm
your
a
face right
millionaire.
now about it.
Right. I mean, it doesn't take much.
It don't take much, and gold just puts that on your face.
Well, I ain't gonna add to it. This is to me, this is my sentimental. You know, I'll keep this with me.
Right. That's your separate. That's your first.
That's my first.
Yeah.
I'm no, I'm not. I'm still a greenhorn. I'm just not a virgin.
Yeah, right.
There you go. That's right. And by the time you come back, you'll be close to a seasoned sourdough.
Well, I mean, we're at
You'll be a more experienced greenhorn.
what's that?
I said you'll be a more experienced greenhorn when you come back.
Oh man, as long as my body can hold up, I'm planning on 10-hour days, and I'm going to do that for 2 to 3 months. So,
Well, you know, one of
Just
my
10-hour
things is
days. Geez, it's light all day up there and night. Why
well, you got to
not?
rest. You know, you got to take a beer.
Oh, I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Yeah.
just remember, quality is better than quantity.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Pace wins the race, especially as you get older. You know, I ain't trying to break any records. I'm just trying to get up and just, you know, and we'll motivate each other. You know, and it's going to be, and we're going to record everything along the way. So.
That's cool. Yeah, just make sure you guys send us some videos every once in a while so we can show them.
Oh yeah, we will. Hopefully, I was talking to Carlos Menor, you know, and if I get a chance to get the hang, I was gonna. We talked about me removing his scars. You know, I told him that's something that I could totally do, but he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be on limited duty. You know, because he's actually up there right now, and they're amping up right now. So.
Right, they're just getting ready to get up there and start doing their third season.
Yeah, they're already up there. I think they're setting up camp right about now. But and then you know another person I've been talking a lot to lately is Casey Morgan, and you know his wife is amazing. She's really cool.
Yeah. I've been seeing his posts on Facebook.
Yeah.
Casey Morgan. Yeah.
Have you talked to Chris? What's his last name?
Chris Taylor.
Taylor, yes.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I'd like to get with him.
Was it Richard Webster? I've talked to him a few times.
Right. Well, Chris is with Dave Turin.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't talked to Dave yet, but you know, I think I'm actually his number one fan because I pretty much comment and like on everything. You know, I'm in so many gold groups that it's too hard to count. But I'm like, you know, because I'm looking to get as much information as possible. You know, and I know Dave, you know, he can sniff it out. You know, and I know he's an amazing operator. So maybe someday we can elevate to that level. That'd be great. You know.
Right. Yeah.
You got to crawl before you can walk.
Yep. You gotta get in there, get your feet wet.
Yep. So I don't know. We'll be greenhorn, and then we'll be like greyhorns because I'll be too old by the time I figure it out.
Dude, I've been a greenhorn since I started. I'm still a greenhorn.
Well, and that's kind of why we really like that name because it's always evolving. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah,
Veteran
the
dudes, man,
learning curve is tremendous.
yeah, just when you think you got it figured out, boom, you learn something new. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've been prospecting for over 25 years and I'm still learning stuff.
I feel like a late
Oh
bloomer
yeah.
held back a couple grades.
Yeah, well, me too. I didn't even start doing this until I retired from working. So,
Yeah, a lot of people, that's not uncommon. That it's like, what do you do with retirement? And
right.
right now it's like, I'm the only veteran in the group now. And,
Oh, right.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
and I'm the medic, so and I know where we're at, and my medical bag is like solid. I
Yep.
got enough to keep somebody alive for about 6 or 7 days with the worst injuries possible.
Oh, well, that's good.
I know when you first started, you were showing your kit and everything, and
Oh, it's
you were
improved.
building it.
Well, he showed it the last time they were on too, I
Right.
believe he did.
Right.
Yeah, well, when we go up there, Jason, we'll have to drag you along with us to be our medic too.
I'd be more than happy to, man. You guys are the greatest, man. I know it's everything that there's a lot of danger involved, and being out in the middle of nowhere, and it's a 2-hour trip anywhere,
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
So you got to think about what you do before you do it.
yeah, and that's it's a good thing I have that kind of training, and I know the guys that I'm going with, they've said it to me a few times that they're gracious to have me,
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I see people in the chat room say, "Smash that like button." Smash
You
that
bet,
like button.
yeah.
Not only that, share.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Share.
do a lot lately is Fred Farmer. Oh, they Farmer Fred. It's Snobbles medic. On Parker's Snobbles, he's got that new show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got to talking with his medic, Fred. He's amazing, man. So, if I see a medic, I'm like, hey, I'm like drawn to him,
Right.
Right.
Sure.
So, yeah, we've talked back and forth, and I wish I had half the motivation he does. He's a fitness guru, man. But yeah, he's really cool. He's a really approachable guy.
So has he been helping you out with some of the things that you might run into?
Not really. I mean, it's like, it, I've the only thing we really talk about is like maybe we've talked a little bit about medical stuff, but mostly it's about him raising rabbits. So he's really big into rabbits, and I know he's a fitness guru, but like when it comes to like the medical aspect, that's kind of why I was reaching out to him. It's like, if anything, I think I might have taught him more than he's taught me.
Oh, look who just showed up. HD Shovel Ed. What's
Yep.
up? The other Ed.
Yep, the other Ed.
Ed.
There's so many ads. It's such an uncommon name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but like I'm looking forward to Andy to get here. I know as soon as he pulls in my house, he's gonna like want to crash, So, and then come tomorrow morning, we're gonna finish up we're gonna start finishing up I bought an enclosed trailer, and right now we got plumbing set up and electrical set up pretty much, and we're gonna make it livable.
Well, I was just going to ask you that if you're going to make it livable.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna. I'm putting a 32-inch TV in there where I'm bringing my PlayStation.
What more do you need?
Well, I got the fridge, I got the microwave,
I mean, you got
oven.
Right, you got outdoor plumbing and
Yeah, we bought water on demand shower system, so that'll be on the towards the front of the trailer on the outside.
Man,
cool.
yours is gonna sound like Brian's from American Gold Prospectors here on YouTube. He has a sweet setup. He even has an outside projector where he turns his trailer into his TV and
Right?
his plays music videos in the middle of the
Heck yeah.
forest.
That's the way to learn.
Paul Carr, he cut out a window on his. I'm like, I'm not doing a window. You know what I mean? Because it's 24 hours daylight. I want to be like a vampire when I shut that door. You know what I mean? I don't want any light coming in there.
There you go. You'll need that. My daughter used to live in Anchorage, and they put aluminum foil on their windows so no light would come in during the
Better than
summertime.
aluminum foil is not even having the window.
Right.
My wife
Well,
did.
you know, they do make light blocking curtains.
You know what my wife bought me? She bought me a solar powered light bug zapper.
Oh, cool.
I didn't even know they had such a thing. I'm so old. You know what I mean? But like, so I'll try that out. I got like bug spray, bug zappers, more. I got the mosquito netting and everything else. If the mosquitoes are anything like they are in Alaska, like they are in Wyoming, then you know you might want to tie a rock to your ankle or something so they don't fly away.
Yeah.
I'm not set up for blood transfusions, so I might be screwed.
Uh-oh. You guys didn't bank any of your blood just in case, huh?
Right? Just lay down. Like I'm drunk. You know,
Just
don't
put
worry
it in the creek. It'll keep it cool. Just keep it in the creek.
Don't ask.
Hey,
You might get this later. Trust me.
I see our buddy Pioneer Polly showed up.
Yep. Hey, Polly, how you doing? On the beautiful island of Victoria, or Vancouver Island. I think of Victoria whenever I think of Vancouver Island because Victoria's a fun town. I always had fun when I went there. Hey, Kingston. Nugget Brain Wayne Peterson's in the house. How you doing? So, how long are you staying again, Jason? How long will you be up there?
Well, 2 months is the minimum. 3 months is the maximum. So it'll probably be about 10 weeks.
Then
You
it'd be,
should know by then
honey,
whether you're going to want to continue doing any more of this.
honey,
Well,
we're moving to Alaska. Sell the
That's-
place in Wyoming. I'm
that's
gonna
been said more
stay
than once.
here.
well, the wife says I could just stay up there, so I have
And
that
just send the gold to her, right?
right. As
There
long
you
as
go.
as long as money keeps coming into the bank account, she'll be happy.
Yep. Stay up there as long as you keep feeding that bank. You can stay
Right?
up there all you want.
I'm actually okay with that trade.
Nice.
I like living off the grid anyway.
So have you been up there to know about the mosquitoes up there?
I just heard stories.
Oh, yeah.
I hear
I
they're
think
like,
what you're thinking is probably going to be like 10 times less than what it really is.
Yeah.
I hear they're like Hueys and they can carry you off.
I know here in Wyoming along the river, around between July and like maybe September, you don't even want to be by the rivers because they'll fight over you. You know what I mean? No, I got him. It's fine. My blood. I think climate wise, I think the person that has the biggest disadvantage is probably Andy, because he lives in Alabama, so It's hot and humid there, and
Uh,
where we're going is cold and shitty.
yeah. He's gonna be bumming for about a month.
And then it's Andy. Andy be a sucking, but Wyoming, I could look outside right now that we still got snow on the mountains.
Right. I think Dan Zoller was saying something about they still got snow in California too up in the mountains.
Yeah,
Oh
it's great.
yeah.
No, well, that's higher elevations.
Yeah,
Hold off
the
on the snow melt till I get out there.
Sierras are over like 10,000 feet, so I'm
And he
sure
also
there's
says
snow.
supposed to be having more snow this week. Dan Zoller said that.
I thought it was going to snow today, but it didn't. So
Eat lots of garlic, keeps mosquitoes away, Wayne says.
And everybody else.
I know one thing. It was warm last week, and this morning I was cold, and I wish this weather would make up its mind.
it's like winter doesn't want to go without a fight this year anywhere.
Yeah, but here it hasn't even been really super bad, really.
No, our winter has been actually pretty mild.
Lately, our weather is hot to cold. There's no in between.
But yeah, it has been really funny.
Really weird. Like we went on the creek the January 5th, wasn't it, or December 5th? No, it was.
Oh, that when we went out.
January
it was
5th.
nice that day.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Got down to a long sleeve T-shirt. And,
I was wearing shorts today, but
Wayne Nugget Brain Peterson says he spent a total of 9 months in Alaska, never had a problem with the mosquitoes, using DEET 100 or eating garlic.
I say do both.
Eating garlic.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg. How are you tonight?
Fabric softeners work well too.
What was that?
I heard fabric softeners work really well.
All the little dryer sheet things.
Yeah, carry them around, put them in your pockets. And
Have
stuff.
them pinned all over you, washing.
Put them in your hat.
Or just don't shower,
Well, mosquitoes are attracted to everybody. There's some people, mosquitoes don't even bother.
I think it's your blood type.
You're right. I heard it's your blood type. But
I'm O-, so I know, and my kids are like AB or whatever. They get destroyed.
Did you see that, Dano?
What's that?
Jared says if you visit Polly, wear garlic.
Wear garlic.
Well, you know the roles he get are vampire roles. So, hey, Paulie, are you really a night walker, dude? Come on, be honest. Carry a mirror with you. If there's no reflection, don't go to sleep.
So a couple of times we've had questions about bears. Have you got that situated?
Stephen True, he's got a perimeter fence he's bringing with him. So, and it's like he's got over 100 yards with the perimeter fencing, and I know Carr's got a shotgun. I'm bringing my shotgun. I don't know what Andy's bringing, but so like crossing the border, I guess it's $20. You have to fill out a form, and you could bring, but obviously no pistols or ARs or anything like that. So I was gonna bring my 7, but I'm not going to. So I'm just gonna bring my shotgun.
Huh. Well, you got something, huh?
Oh yeah, and it'll be on the dredge. Yeah, it'll be on the dredge, nice and pretty.
So who are you gonna shoot first? Who are you gonna shoot, the bear or Paul?
Well, it depends who gets in the way first, I guess.
Depends on how big a nugget comes out of that creek, huh?
Right.
You just have to be faster than someone
this
else.
creek ain't big enough for the two of us.
That somebody in Australia, they were walking their dog or something. They found a 64-gram nugget.
Nice.
Yeah, just walking the dog. Why can't I want that kind of luck.
Yeah, no kidding.
I hear you there, brother. I hear you there.
That thing is huge, man. It was like that. It was just amazing.
So you heard earlier Ed asked you about Sierra Madre.
Sierra Madre.
Yeah, you ever seen that
Uh,
movie?
Getting Humphrey Bogart
Oh,
all Sierra
you need to
Madre.
before you go check out the movie Sierra Madre with Humphrey Bogart. Sit down and watch it.
It's an old black and white,
It's an old
but
black and white from the 40s, but you'll love it. It's awesome movie. Beware.
Down.
Paulie, no silver bullets, please.
Yeah, that's a Corman reference, man.
He's also a night walker. He's a vampire, our friend Paulie. He's a prospector from Vancouver Island. He's also an actor, and by his canines, you could tell why he gets parts in vampire movies and shows and stuff. So.
Well, if they ever made a horror movie with Alaskan mosquitoes, like what name would you give it? You know, it'd have to be scary. You know, I don't know.
Top Cat, that's the wrong movie.
They don't need no stinking badges.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Angie to get here. We got so much to do, and then
So let's there's somebody
I'm kind of nervous.
David Vila made an interesting comment. Learn the dance to be ready. Have you done any kind of kind of rehearsals or thoughts about what would happen if a bear didn't come in and what you guys would do? Or
Yep, I already got. I just do this. You know what I mean? It'll scare them. You know.
Okay. Or arouse them.
Bear spray, and I got my shotgun. Just throw a couple in the air, and just like, this is my area, not yours. Get the hell out of here. You kind of got to establish your residence, you know.
Right.
Because they're curious, man. I was hunting one time. I was hunting some elk, and it was kind of a scary moment. I had a grizzly about less than 100 yards from me, and I had no idea he was there. He was hunting me.
Oh, that could be really scary, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you realize that, and if it wasn't for my buddy, pointing that out, I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize that not only was he there, but how close he was. It's scary, man. Like, and they don't mess around, but like they're like any other creature. I think I think I'm more scared of alligators than I would be bears.
I don't know. A bear just seems like a bear is first of all, a bear is bigger. Yeah. Second of all, a bear is a lot quicker and has a lot more stamina than an alligator.
Alligators are sick in the mind. What they do is after they put you on their death row, they shove you under a log so you can rot, so it's easier to eat.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying they're not vicious. I'm just saying I think that you'd be able to outmaneuver and outthink an alligator than a bear.
I don't agree with the way you're killing me right now. You know what
I would be more afraid of a bear.
You ever seen Revenant?
Revenant. No.
Oh man, with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Remnant? I think so.
It'll change your world, man, because it's so realistic. The bear attack in that movie, it'll definitely.
Yeah, he's a trapper during like Hudson Bay period or something in that movie, and he gets mangled by a bear. I mean,
how he even lives is like a miracle, you know.
Well, that's what I say. I'm more afraid of a bear than an alligator.
Well, I've been around both, you know. It was scary with the I guess they both have some in common. You know, when I was living in Orlando, I went gator hunting with this guy and from Wyoming. He's like, I'll take you gator hunting, and I'm all camoed out, You know, I'm ready to go. I got my mindset. You know what I mean? We get on this hover boat, and we're out there, and then his wife calls, and she's like, she needs him home, right? So he cuts it short, and he's like, he's got 38. He's like, boom, and we're done. I was like, that's it. You know what I mean? So, and he just put a lasso around it, and we just drug it back in. I was like, I think I was gone like an hour, you know. But the fact I didn't even see it was scary. You know what I mean? But he knew what to look for. He was like, oh, there's some bubbles. Boom.
Boom.
You know?
Let me say hi to a couple people. Ray Rusaw just showed up. How you doing, Ray?
Hey,
Adam's in
Ray.
the room.
Ron for the Hills Mining, Ed's
Ron's here.
favorite. person.
Actually, Ray Rusaw, our dredging friend from the beaches of Juneau, is going to be our guest next week. So I hope to see you all there. And there's Run for the Hills!
Iron Marvin.
Iron Marvin.
That's awesome.
Our good friend Ron Adams from Run for the Hills Mining. I shared a link for his Creek Critter today. Both Jesse and I have them and
Yep.
like them.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet it hurt, Jim. I was way off key.
Not way off, but you know.
Of you guys, who's found the biggest nugget?
Oh, I did, but it was like 30 years ago or
Sure wasn't
something.
me.
27 years ago, I think. I forget.
I live in Ohio.
I live in Ohio.
My biggest goal's going to come when I go to California. I can feel it.
Here's a picture of the biggest nugget I ever found. You'll be able to see it here in a second once I find it. Is it in this one or the other one?
Oh,
I got invited when I get back from Alaska to a place in Wyoming called South Pass, and my brother's friend has a gold mine there, and he carries it around with him, but it's about the size of a chew can.
Nice.
Mine was pretty nice. It was a little over 3 ounces. I found it in Northern California, on the Scott River by the Klamath. My kids were very young, and I was the only one working, and I sold it before I even left. But I drove all the way down there with a bunch of prospecting gear. Me and a friend, Daryl Grimley, had a prospecting store in Cedar-Woolley, Washington, Paystreak Enterprises, and I was at a Lost Dutchman's Mining Association outing at their Scott River camp, and I jumped in someone's hole who left, and I bet they were really bumming they left after they heard. Hey.
So you were classifying when you found it?
No, I used a metal detector at MD20. It's a little handheld jobber for gold. Google it or something. And the MD20 by Falcon. And I also had a Fisher Gold Bug with me too, but that was actually, they were both actually the stores. They weren't mine. But I was detecting along the walls of this hole. It was about 4 feet deep, about 10 feet wide, and I just thought someone was getting good color, good showings, having good cleanouts to continue in this hole. So I jumped in it, and I'm glad I did, because that helped with the trip back home with my 3 rugrats I have it here though. The last one I didn't like the way that picture was showing up. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder again. What the
Hello,
heck?
Michael Busy Bee and Bob from down East Prospecting is with us tonight.
Hey Bob, how you doing?
I don't think Oak Island's on tonight, so you might stick around, huh?
Oh,
Who?
it's not. Oh, it's a rerun.
I
Who?
don't know. Is there any Oak
Uh,
Islands left? I thought it was
I
over,
don't
wasn't
know.
it?
Oh, I don't know. Oak Island. All they find is wood.
They found wood.
Hey,
Wood.
Teddy C. Randy, Scotty, Tony. How's it going, buddy?
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
move
smash that
this.
like button and share, buddy.
Jesse, you
Sure.
ever found a nugget?
Have I? No.
Yeah, you have. You found pickers.
I found pickers. I guess those are nuggets. I actually found 4 of them one day
Huh.
here in Ohio. They were pickers.
Here, if you're watching
Ohio
the
nuggets.
Jason, are you watching your computer in the chat room and the feed and stuff?
Am I?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're not?
No, I've been looking at me. I'm not that I'm vain or anything, but I
But the nugget I talked about on Maddie's show last night and the one we're talking about is on the screen right now in the live stream.
I tried finding the live stream and I couldn't find it.
I don't know if I could
I'm on the
attach.
Patch in Your Pan page there on Facebook there.
Oh, you'd have to
So
go to
it'd be on YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, it's YouTube.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't.
Ah, that's why.
Sticky purple nuggets. Those are cool too.
Is Patrick gonna come with you, Dano?
Here we go. Wow.
Is Patrick gonna come with you, Dano?
He
Mute
says if he
that.
goes Sunday.
Nia, mute that, Jason.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me
Mute the sound on YouTube.
I just closed it. I don't really need it. But I do like to hear the comments. Let me if maybe I can mute that on
Yeah,
that.
just
Oh,
on the
yeah.
video there, you'll see a speaker. Hit that speaker, it'll mute it, so you won't hear it on YouTube itself.
Alrighty. Watch it be gone now. Computer illiterate. And I went to college for it. That's crazy. I guess Andy's about 50 miles away.
Oh, cool. Well, that's an hour off. That
Yeah.
bugger. He should have left earlier. That way you would have been able to catch the show.
You
Put
should have
all
stopped
the
for that
hit
pee
on
break.
you.
I could call him on the phone to put him on speaker.
Oh no, just let him drive.
Yeah, it'd probably be a lot of feedback, whatever.
Yeah, let him drive.
It'd be
Oh,
Don't pay
safer.
attention to his driving.
I just want to hear how miserable his life is.
Okay, well you can call him afterwards.
I get it. But maybe I'll record it and then send it to you guys so you can see how miserable his life is.
There you go.
I actually talk to him every once in a while.
He's a good dude. I tell you what, man. I know this is like one of his bucket list items, and I'm just, he thanks me like daily, for allowing it to happen, but in all honesty, it's like we kind of need each other equally, so we'll succeed. I mean, failure is not an option,
That's right. Don't even have it in your vocabulary.
Nope.
Adapt, overcome.
Well, like what's the saying? Like when it comes to fishing, like a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work.
Yeah, it's
That's
the
right.
same with prospecting too, unless it becomes all Sierra Madre.
I tell you what, I've been learning a lot about, and I kind of wish I would have started looking into that a lot earlier, but a lot of these, with this gold mining community, they're like, "What rock is this?" And
It's
I go
so
back,
hard to tell by pictures, though.
"Oh, it's quartz or it's whatever," and but what I always wonder is like, why is gold attracted to quartz?
Well, it's when it's all in a fluid state and it gets pushed up in the cracks and fissures, your ores are mixed in with the solution that forms the quartz or the calcite, and then it cools down and forms your quartz crystals or your quartz and then your gold in the quartz.
So let me ask you this: like, okay, they always say like black sand is like it's a good sign, or quartz is a good sign. That's it's like,
Black sand's a good indicator. 99% of the time you'll get black sands where you find gold, but you don't always get gold where you find black sand.
now what
Yeah.
I mean,
The
what
black
makes black
sands,
sand?
the reason you find in black sands with your gold is because black
It's
sands are heavy
heavy.
also.
We do what?
It's
They're heavy.
iron and hematite and magnetite. It's heavy minerals.
Right. So
Uh,
they'll gather together, especially in water flows.
Are you guys familiar with Trona?
No,
Rona?
I'm not.
It's crazy. So that's what I used to mine, right? It's like the most commonly mined thing in the planet, but no one's ever heard of it.
What's it used for?
It's what makes glass. It's in bleach, peroxide. It's just about in everything.
Yeah, I know that we use a lot of minerals and a lot of things that we use on a
Yeah.
daily basis. Even some minerals are used for flavorings.
Yeah. Well, it's actually Trona's used. It's salt. Basically, it's salt.
Uh-huh.
And it when you look at the rock form of it, it's translucent, kind of got a little bit of amberish to it.
Hmm.
If you lick it, it's salty. What they do is we crush it down, and then we give it a bath, and then we strip all the impurities out of it, and then we dry it in a dryer, and then it comes out like bleach white. And then they actually use it in they give it to cattle to help them burp or fart. um, it,
Don't tell those
yeah,
OAC that.
yeah, they put it in manufacturers, right? So you know how like a lot of the factories they would produce pollution.
Right.
They would use Trona basically to put it in there, and it neutralizes all the pollutants.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and and there's only a couple places in the world that mines it, and right here in Green River, Wyoming, is like the biggest place in the world.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we mine pretty much the entire world's worth. And last when I was working there, we was mining 1,400 feet underground, and we're one of the smallest mines, and I guess they added it up, and it was like 2,700 miles of roadway.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know how familiar you are with underground mining, but it's a different monster. It's like,
Yeah,
I went in one
entirely.
once. I
yeah,
went in a tungsten mine once in Nevada,
the only
but that's about it. I
I've
went in.
I had to go down a diamond mine once, but I never did.
Yeah.
I've explored some copper mines and some old mines out west in Washington and stuff, but I've never worked them. I would think about it if I was out west still, but
Right.
I know. So there's a guy that comes down close to my town once a year, and he mines diamonds right where I live. And then I got to I started talking to him about it and how his process, and he uses a black light.
you can use UV light to locate diamonds.
And
A
they're really
UV,
small, and he might only cover like 100 feet a night or something like that. And he has a little fanny pack he puts them in. Um, But from what I gather, he usually grabs around $200,000 a year
Wow.
over a 2-week period.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying a UV flashlight just for that, guys. For you can go out at night and go through your tailings and
I got one
stuff.
right here.
There you go.
Wow.
Gonna find some diamonds and other gems and stuff.
Yeah, there's a few different minerals that phosphorus.
You know what we have a lot here in Wyoming is jade.
Oh yeah,
Nice. Is it nephrite or jade?
It's called jade.
Oh, it is actually jade.
Yeah.
Nephrite is, they call it a jade, but we had a lot of that in the county I lived in Washington State, in Skagit County.
Yeah. It's not on the surface for the most part. You know, my sister actually has a coffee table made of entirely of jade.
Nice.
Yeah. She won't give it to me. I've tried asking her.
Give it to me. No.
I'm just gonna take it. Maybe I'll just.
you'll just have to outlive her.
Yeah, it's a pretty good chance.
Mhm.
I'm taking better care of myself nowadays as I open a beer.
Yeah, right.
Did you read what Vicky said?
About the Tommy knockers.
Yeah, take her ghost gear into a cave and need to be a mine for Tommy knockers. Isn't what do Jeff Williams call those cave dwellers? Worm people or something?
I don't know.
I don't know if they'll show you where the gold is.
Probably want you out of there.
That'd be wishful thinking, though.
So are you still mining, or what are you doing now?
Me?
He's getting ready to go to Alaska in like
Besides that,
10 days.
you've been working, right?
No.
No, just living off the wife.
Well, I'm a combat disabled veteran. So.
Oh, right. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't sit well with retirement. You know what I mean?
It's an acquired taste.
Well,
Hey,
you're
trust me.
old. You're old.
Well, working all your life, by the time you get to the age where you're able to retire, for me anyways, I was done working. I'm done.
I don't think I'll ever be working.
I've worked all my life. I've always had a job.
Well, you're working right now, aren't
Well, no.
It's kinda.
Well, this is not a job.
Talking.
This is not a job. This is me just sitting around and shooting the crap with you.
With friends and
trust me, I get what I'm worth in pay. Trust me.
Oh, you get stuff out of the deal. I don't pay
Didn't
them,
I just
though.
say that? Didn't I just say that?
Yes, you did.
Don't feel guilty, Ed.
I do sometimes, but I try and be good to you guys. We'll get more someday.
Yeah, someday we're working on it. That's what it's all about.
Gotta dream.
Hey, Bob Dip.
Bob Dip, what's up, dude?
Hey, Bob, how you doing, bud?
But it's see, I lost my train of thought.
Uh-oh.
And there's no gold in Utah.
Squirrel.
Oh, retirement. Yeah, you learn to find things to do.
Well, is it really about retirement or is it about work? I mean, because I know my mom is like 73 and she still works because she don't like sitting around the house anymore.
Oh, so I'm not lazy. I'm just really good at doing nothing. I'm just a pro at it. No, like I said, I've worked since I was 6 years old. I've always worked. Been through the service. I know how to work. I know what work's about. I I always took pride in whatever work I was doing, but I'm done.
Well,
You get to that point when you go, I'm done with this. I'm done working now. I'm old enough to retire.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna get any better if I retire now or 5 years from now or 10 years from now. I'm still gonna be retired and still gonna be broke.
well, I'll
So
say this: when it comes to most veterans, when it comes to the definition of work, it's like physical. It's hard demanding physical labor, but I've kind of realized that work is. I mean, there's different levels of work. You know what I mean?
mhm.
There's the mental level. Then and kind of what you're doing right now, like you're providing a service. People are listening and they might even learn a couple things. I don't know. I mean, I've learned a lot from
Uh,
you guys.
they
Well,
might
I
even
always
be
I always
entertained a
appreciate that
little.
part when someone comes, hey man, I was glad I was listening to your show, and I learned this, or I learned that, and that's rewarding for
Yeah.
sure.
That's true,
I
Uh,
could
Jesse.
write a book on just like rookie questions, I guess, because
there's
I
a lot of
had a lot of questions, and I could literally bore you guys with the amount of questions that I've had in the past, but so I don't, I reach out and I talk to people, I do my research,
right.
I don't want to go into something blindly, you know what I mean? And regardless if you're a veteran or not, I think most people kind of want to go into something, half cocked at least.
Right. Well, when I got in prospecting, it was because I was tired of coaching. I got tired of coaching bratty little kids with parents who don't let you coach.
Parents are the worst.
Oh, I hated parents at practice.
Yeah.
When I was a head coach, it wasn't allowed. Drop your kid off, pick him up later. Don't hang around.
Yeah, it was you're
I don't
basically
want you to.
a
I don't
basic
want you to watch me abusing your kids.
shit. When I was in Camp Lejeune, I was a Jacksonville Young Marine staff. I was the medic, and I worked with ages from like 8 to 18, and it was really rewarding. But a lot of times, like the mothers, there was like single mothers that approached me, and they didn't have any male influence with their kids. And
Right.
if anything, the request from them was like, "Can you be harder on them?" You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I had a few parents that were like that too.
Yeah.
That they didn't. They had the same problem. No male in the house, and this was what they figured would be the next best thing.
I
Have
mean,
a coach out there being
or anything, but there's certain things that a man, can introduce, to a child that a woman can't.
right,
And it goes both ways.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I enjoyed coaching. I
Yeah.
coached kids from 8 to 15. Um, I like the 8-year olds better because they didn't know anything yet. And
More malleable.
the 15-year-olds I hated because they knew everything already, and you couldn't teach them
Shape
nothing.
them.
So
You can have an influence and a positive one.
yeah, but you still coach them all, and you just try to mold them into at least having a good work ethic.
So Jesse, let me ask you, when it comes to work ethic, where did you think you picked up your work ethic from?
Oh, my dad, of course.
Without a doubt.
Well, my dad worked all his life. He worked hard.
What about you, Ed?
And I worked, like I said, I've worked ever since I was 6 because
Yeah.
my dad would not give me anything.
No,
My dad said, "No, you want that new pair of shoes? There's a lawnmower. Go make some money.
Yep.
You want that fancy leather jacket? There's a snow shovel. Go earn some money." So
Well,
that's
you
what
know
I
what I
did.
used to do growing up? My stepfather, he worked at the landfill. He was an operator, and we get a lot of tourists that come through here, and they'd kill an elk, right? And he'd give me a call. And, we didn't have cell phones then, but he'd call me at the home, and he'd say, a tourist just basically dropped off an elk. So then I'd jump on my Huffy, and I'd grab a pair of pliers and a rag, and I would head about 6 miles up to the landfill, and I'd pull out his eye teeth because they were made out of ivory. And and I did that every year for about 6 years. Then I finally had enough money where I got me one of those top of the line, BMX bikes.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I mean, but it took 6 years, but I did it on my own, and
Right.
You know,
That's and I actually taught my son that same lesson.
yeah.
He wanted a pair of Nike shoes,
Mm.
right? $120 some dollars.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
No, and dude, I had the money. I could have bought them with no problem, but I didn't want to do that. First of all, Nike shoes are pieces of crap. They don't last for anything. They're for show.
They're getting worse.
They're not for protecting your feet or walking around in them for any length of time because they fall apart. So, but he wanted them. I said, well, you want them? Fine, you can buy them, but you have to earn your money. I made him go out and get a paper route. I mean, I helped him with it, but he still got up every morning and did it. He went out, he earned his money, he saved his money. Finally had enough money, he quit his paper route, right? Went out and bought his shoes.
Nike suck.
Well, here's the thing: the best lesson that he learned was not just that working will get you what you want. You really need to know what you want because he bought those shoes. They lasted him maybe a couple months. They fell apart, and he learned that wasn't worth it. I said, yeah, I knew that before you bought them, but you had to learn yourself. So now, because he was upset that I wanted to buy him a $25 pair of tennis shoes as opposed
on them.
Right, as opposed to buying the Nikes,
Right.
No, those are no good. They're only $25. I says, yeah, but guess what?
Man,
I've had my $25 shoes for 2 years.
Right.
So he did learn a really good lesson, a couple of them.
Yeah, that's where the real payoff is eventually when they realize that everything that you've taught them, there's validation to it. It's not something you made up.
And now my son works at Walmart. He started off as a stocker, and now they're looking at him for all kinds of management positions because they love the way he works.
Yeah, he's got to. That's what really defines a man is the work ethic. I mean, and it was
Right.
for me at a young age too. I mean, I think my first job was I used to bale hay, and I remember my dad telling me, he goes, "Well, it's your first day." He says, "Well, you want to make sure you wear a long shirt, sleeve shirt." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, old man." About an hour into it, I realized I should have listened to him, man. By the end of the day, I unloaded like 7 tons, and my forearms were just completely raw. I had no idea. And he tried looking out for me, but I had to kind of learn that on my own.
Right. Yeah, sometimes, hey, some of us understand when someone tells us they're trying to teach us something, and we get it, and some of us we have to learn on our own, and some of us don't ever learn.
Well, I've always felt that humiliation is the best teacher. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I embarrassed myself pretty much daily. And you would think at some point I would learn, but sometimes I do a lot of the same stupid things, but
oh well, hey, sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times to learn. Hey, Brian just showed up. How you doing, Brian?
Yeah, better late than never, Brian.
That's right, buddy.
I may not be a short-term quick learner, but I'm a long-term learner.
I hear you. Yeah, you want to learn some stuff about dredging. I don't know if you've talked to Brian from American Gold Prospectors, or at least watch his videos. Watch his videos.
He's a good miner. He's really into dredging too.
Right.
So.
Brian, what's his last name?
Wilder.
American Gold Prospectors on YouTube.
American Gold Prospector.
American Gold Prospectors.
Yeah. It'd be Brian Wilder on Facebook. Oh, okay. Sorry, Brian. Oops. No, but he's a really cool guy. We've met him personally. Spent a weekend with him.
All our friends are good prospectors.
Well, or good friends.
I look at you guys as friends, and I'm looking at all the comments from the people, and Brian and Ron and Dan. I mean, you guys got a lot of followers. That's awesome. And I know that they really they're loyal to you, and that's awesome.
Well, yeah, these guys they are really loyal to us. I mean, they're here every week, listening to our shenanigans and maybe
Yeah,
learn a little bit. Plus, we learn from them too. They have things to say on here. That's why you hear us paying attention and talking to them, because we do want them part of this, conversation.
Oh yeah, and that's what I love about this. You know what I mean? That it doesn't matter where you're at. Whether you're in Utah or Wyoming or Ohio or Alaska. Everyone has that one thing in common that and that's getting that yellow stuff.
Yep,
That's
that or metal detecting and looking for treasures of all kinds.
some type
good.
of treasure.
Yeah, some kind of treasure.
I
I
love the process. I love the different varieties that they have. From large scale mining to dredging, metal detecting. I mean,
Right.
I'm about all of it. I mean, if there's another way, by all means, I'm looking into it.
That's right, David. Miners helping miners.
Yep.
We're just one big happy community. And for the most part, I think the prospecting community and small scale mining community is about the best there is. Some
Yeah.
really great people.
And then I've even discovered like like another aspect of it. Like I ain't gonna throw any names out there, but I've heard of like claim jumpers, paper,
Oh yeah.
you know, and then those are things that are really what do they call them, paper jumpers or paper claim owners, and I don't know the
Yeah,
term.
when they claim over your claim.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Filing over yours, yeah.
I mean, and I'm learning all this stuff, and it's sad that people like that exist, but
Well, it's happened from the dawn of mining, You
Right.
get a boom town, you get hardworking individuals in there,
yeah.
and then you have the riffraff comes
Well,
in.
you find a sweet spot, you want to help somebody out. Next thing you know, you got 1,700 people like right on your lap.
Right.
And that goes in all aspects too. Even some of these inventors that invent new equipment for us to use, some of them they screw each other over too. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's
I guess it's
unfortunate,
just the
but
way people
gold,
are.
gold will
But
bring
definitely watch that movie, Sierra Madre, dude. Watch that movie.
I
I'm
will.
telling you,
You
Gonna ruin
know,
my whole trip for me. I
it
can't
will.
lie.
You'll
this
get it.
this lifestyle will either bring out the best in people
Right.
or the worst in people.
Right. It has forever from time, from the beginning of time,
Well,
since we started loving gold.
our group that we have now, I mean, there's no question that we all share the same goal.
Yep.
We all want each other to succeed. I can trust every one of these guys, and one of them I've never even met before. But I've had a lot of conversations with him, and I mean the fact that he drove, all the way, to go get my to was it Big Lake? He picked up my dredge and he looked it over and he didn't ask a penny, and I'm like, well, I feel obligated, so he wouldn't accept my money, so in exchange, I'm bringing him some elk jerky.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
Yes,
So
claim jumpers and high graders and shysters and cons. Uh, be careful. Animals are not the only reason you may want to pack
Yeah.
for.
right,
You gotta watch out for them
Not not
two-leggeds.
every not
Hey,
everybody in the gold district is a friend or is there for good intentions.
well,
yeah,
somebody
we
told
have.
me that. Okay, so like me, a car and myself, we're bringing brand new enclosed trailers, and I was told not to advertise, Greenhorn gold miners, you know, and this and that,
Yeah, because that becomes a target.
right? So we're not advertising, but we're kind of coming in rolling hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that. Like, I'm not gonna advertise. Um, but I also have
In
game show
fact,
cameras.
in fact, you may be wise not to even really talk a whole lot about it
Yeah, yeah.
while you're doing it. Um,
Well, if you're in town or you go get supplies, don't talk much about it to people.
or put it on, especially don't put it on Facebook.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Just keep it really to yourselves as your crew, and everything very vague, if anything, like No Tell'em Creek.
Right. I mean,
Over
In the state of somewhere.
over
video.
I mean,
yonder.
one of our buddies here in our chat room tonight went through that, did his cross country trip, and thinking that he was doing a great thing by keeping everybody informed with where he was and what he was doing. He at some point he got hacked, and they knew exactly what was going on with him, where he was, how they could, So it can be a problem. I like Ed said, I suggest you would, if you're going to do videos and stuff, gather them up for later, for after
Yeah.
the trip, or if you
Yeah,
want to throw little clips at
It's
us
vague.
that
It's
we
not
can
gonna
pass
be
along.
gorgeous or anything like that. You know what I mean? But like, I'll give you guys up to date to how we're doing
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
and things like that. But like, yeah, we totally get that. I got some game show cameras too. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wasn't born yesterday, but and there is power in numbers, and the guys that we have, I mean, we're solid. We did some thinning, but we're solid.
Right. Hey, Wolfie. Thanks for joining us tonight.
I don't have a shooting range.
Haven't heard Dano in a while. Is he still here with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing just fine. I was going through the chat and then reading.
Oh, okay. We see the Wolfie.
Yep, same Wolfie.
So how? Hey, Top Cat mentioned M100s. Are you guys taking any fireworks up there to maybe use to scare off greeters?
That's not a bad idea. Never thought of that.
To be honest, when I used to go out in the woods and mine and stuff back home in Washington and Oregon and parts of California before they got way overregulated, I carry heat, and my concern wasn't about cougars and bears. Oh my. Mine was about people, there's
Tweakers and growers.
What's more scary than a grizzly bear? A tweaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tweakers, growers, people that know there's people prospecting and mining, and for some reason, a lot of people that aren't in the know, who aren't actually a prospector and miner, who loads up $1,500 worth of gear in a $1,200 truck and go out to find $10 of gold. but no, to be serious, yeah, I'd pack more to keep me safe from people. And just them seeing it on you or very close to you deters a lot of people.
Yeah. I see a comment on there. They forgot my name. It was Outdoors Gal.
She just came in. Outdoorsy Chrissy.
A lot of people call me Doc, but Doc Howie or Jason, I go by many names.
And what do you like to be called?
Ed.
Oh, okay, Ed. I like to be called Jason, really.
No, Jason's fine, or Doc. But there's a lot of Docs out there, so.
Yeah, that put me in. When you said Doc, that reminded me of a guy from Knob.
Yeah. Well, that's what all the Marines called me was Doc
Right.
Yeah,
All the docs are called Doc.
or Devil Doc.
Yep.
a friend of mine, Mike Dennis, a good drummer of mine, we called him Doc. God rest his soul. But yeah, a lot of docs out there. I just thought of Doc Holliday and I'll Be Your Huckleberry. I had a audio clip from Tombstone come in my mind when you said Doc, Jason.
Have you ever been to Wyoming?
Oh yeah. Driven
You
through it, Laramie. Huh?
You ever been up to Cody?
Cody?
Yeah, Cody, Wyoming.
Cody.
Maybe. I don't know. Some
They
of
got
it was when I was young. My last trip, I was just went up from Denver, Loveland area in Colorado. I went straight up through to Laramie and cut over on 84 down into Salt Lake, then up into Boise. The
well,
last time I
then you
was out
traveled right
there.
through my town.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, it wasn't. It's a bummer I didn't know you in '08 when
Hey,
when I
Rodney.
did that drive. Hey, Rodney House, how you doing, my friend? It's really nice when you might have heard on the last show when I say YouTubers and friends and see you on the creek someday, or however I say it at the end. I do that because I met Jesse through YouTube and we became very good friends. Actually, I met Dano through YouTube and we became very good friends. And like if it wasn't for like YouTube and the whole community, I wouldn't know people like Rodney House also.
Yep. Prospecting community.
Yeah, Rodney's a really good friend. He's a fellow OSPA member. Great guy. And like even Brian, American Gold Prospectors, we had the
we would have
privilege.
never met Brian.
We had the privilege of meeting him in Vermont last year.
Yep.
You
The
know.
same thing for me going to California. Met Top Cat.
Yeah.
Got to talking to them guys.
Right.
Chance to go out.
And Adam.
Yep, Adam.
Hopefully we'll get a chance to meet Dave Peterson this summer.
That'd be nice, and hopefully one day I'll be able to meet you, Jason.
Yeah.
Next time I go through Wyoming, I definitely will let you know.
Yeah, I got a hookup. Maybe we could do some mining. You know, I got a hookup from my brother. He's got a mining up by South Pass. You know, he's got his own claims and mining everything up there. And I've been invited up there. You know, so I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem to bring somebody else with me. You know.
Let me say thank you to someone very real quick, Jason. Thank you very much, Bob Drake, for the $5
Bob Drake,
super
the
chat.
Go Bob.
Yeah! Woo, 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 woo. Where's my sound effects?
Every little bit helps, man.
That's
I'm not
right.
familiar with this 10 Sleep fish hatchery. I seen that comment in there by Mr. Lodak.
Jason, are you familiar with the Wyoming fish hatchery? I did a remodel of it about 7 years ago. Huh.
What, you go outside?
I mean, if there's like 8 people from Wyoming on here right now, I think.
Probably more than that.
Really?
Here, I'll Google search it.
I mean, that's half of Wyoming.
Wyoming's some beautiful country.
You know what's crazy about it is like, all right, so it's like
Jackson Hole.
You know what I mean? Everything to the east, it plains out to Nebraska. Up north, you got Yellowstone, and then
Right.
you know, towards the west, you get the red rocks of Utah. You know, and then where I'm at is like in the southwest corner. You know, we got a little bit of variety. You know, it kind of plains out, rocky, dry desert. and then we get a little bit of red rock. So I mean, it's kind of all over the place.
Well, where he's talking about it's above Casper a little ways.
Yeah, it's about.
It's west of Warland.
That's where they send all the bad boys, Warland.
Yeah, but so you're like off 80, huh?
Yeah, when you travel through 80, there's only one place on I-80 that you travel through a tunnel that goes, through a mountain.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's my town.
Oh, cool. Cool. Too bad it was so long ago. I'm so ready for another trip out to Washington.
Yeah, I was talking to the wife about maybe relocating after the daughter graduates, maybe Idaho. I would like Idaho, I think.
Yeah, but and Wyoming a bit, especially like northern, that's a lot like Montana. You have rolling plains to the east and grassland and mountains to the west.
I'm about an hour away from like good solid gold for me. Where I'm at, I've already prospected my area. There ain't shit. Can I say that?
Beep. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I have to drive 2 miles away from my shit or my
Oh,
goal.
you're so lucky. I wish I could just jump out of my back porch and just pan.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
I got to go all the way up to Alaska now. So
Well, I didn't mean 2 miles, 2 hours. I'm sorry.
oh,
I realized I said 2 miles. Wait a minute.
Well,
2 hours.
you found gold in the Maumee River.
Yeah, that was tough. I'd like to hit it again sometime. Do a whole summer.
I've been to Ohio once. That was like years ago.
It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Ohio, I know. Do you know what Iowa stands for?
What?
Inbreeding ongoing in wide areas.
All right, Jim, you have a good night. He's got to get ready for his show.
Good night, Jim. See you later, everybody, at 10 o'clock. Let's have another flash raid at video call-in show. Flash raid.
Paul Carr wanted me to mention one thing before we leave, though. So we're gonna collect some pay dirt, and on our Greenhorn Gold Miners, there's a side thing on there where you can purchase some pay dirt. So we're looking at maybe selling some pay dirt.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Because I want to
cool.
get some.
Me too.
Put me down for some.
Yeah, guaranteed to be gold in it.
Do we get a special rate?
Well, it depends. You see that nugget you got?
We'll talk on the side later.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Wait till after the show.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's always a pleasure talking to you guys, and
you too, man. I've been waiting for you to come back.
And it's a good thing that it was just me and not the other guys, because then I got to actually say what I wanted to say.
That's right.
Yep.
They can't interrupt.
Yeah. Well, I've really enjoyed the time with just solo,
Yeah.
I had a good time with you on tonight,
absolutely.
Jason.
It's fun talking to you. And trust me, you guys get that pay dirt together, you'll have people wanting to buy it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure you've had plenty of requests already.
I'm like, what about me, though? I was asking Carl, like, what about my gold? You know what I mean? Why do I have to give it away? It doesn't work that way. Trust me. He said, it's the bottom of the sluice, not the top. It's the bottom of the sluice.
Right.
All right. But then I got to pay. I got to go to the post office. I got to dry it all out and everything else. It seems like work.
It is.
It's all work.
It's all work, dude. Every single bit of it's going to be work.
It ain't going to be salted. It'll be just straight raw, half bottom sluice gold in there, but it'll be worth it because where we're going is going to be.
That'd be cool. Like I said, I'm definitely going to want some of that.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome. I can't wait. I can't. I'm gonna take some videos of like our first cleanup and everything, to make sure you guys see that.
Cool.
Nice, nice.
Very cool. That's definitely, we want to see that.
And if there's any way you could get go into town and hit Wi-Fi sometime, let us know a little in advance or something.
It'll be once a week probably. It's about a 60-mile trip from where we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, we might be able to figure something out. Maybe do a video show and do a premiere on it or something.
Yeah, yeah.
well, we
Right.
talked amongst ourselves, and I mean we're probably looking at Fridays. So if we can when we go into town, maybe get some beer or whatever. It'll be on a Friday,
Well, that'd be cool.
and then we can probably. I'm sure we can get a signal, and then
Brian, they're going to be dredging in No Tell 'em City.
Yeah, yeah, it's like 60 miles from anywhere on No Tell 'em Creek.
as soon as I get off with you guys, I'm gonna go into my garage and reassemble my T80 compressor.
Oh boy, have fun.
But it's a pain in the ass because those bearings. You got the bearing cap, and then you have to screw it up from underneath. It's kind of a pain in the dick, but
Oh, you'll get it fine. Beep, delayed, beep.
sorry about the beep.
No worries. We're
Dan,
all
they're
adults here
staying
for the most
anywhere
part.
from 2 to 3 months up there.
Right.
It'd probably end up being 3. I'm gonna rape those creeks.
There you
Yeah.
go. Work it like
I feel sorry for those creeks.
work it like you stole it.
Well, don't. It's going to be a bummer for you. I know you want to work every day, all day long, while you're up there, but Mother Nature's going to be playing havoc on you too.
Oh, and I'm not as young as I used to be. I did.
And then there's that.
I brought up some things to kind of preoccupy, kind of entertain everybody. I don't know if I could say this, but I did bring a blow up doll,
Nice.
Uh-oh.
and her name is Judy. So she'll be manning the dredge. She might be flying from a drone. I brought my
You
friends.
talked a little about this on the last show
Hey,
too, I
Ruby.
think.
Yeah. Oh, Judy, she's our mascot, and I'm bringing some poker chips too. So maybe we'll play for some pickers.
There you go. That's totally awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let you get to your prepping, Jesse, and rebuilding your T80. I appreciate you taking your time to spend with us close to, well, over 2 hours, BSing about your adventure with us again tonight.
Yeah, and before we leave, I'll definitely let you know. So then we'll have to do a kind of a post thing too, like a mid and post.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be cool. We talked about it before. That'd be really cool, and we're
Do a
interested
final
in
weigh-in,
that.
maybe. I don't know. Things like that. We'll definitely keep you guys in touch.
Awesome.
I'll send you the contract here in the mail.
We really appreciate it, Jason.
Yep,
Yeah, no
this
problem,
is
man.
fun. I love doing this.
I
Just
kinda
remember you're out there, dude. Just remember how far you are out there. Be 2
Right.
steps ahead, bud.
And I've never really got to talk with Dano, but he seemed like a really nice guy.
He's quiet.
Dano's
For
a
a
great
while.
guy. You
I
would
get to read.
definitely.
I get to read in the chat, and I just go into another
15
place.
minutes with me, I guarantee he would be a lot more vocal.
Oh yeah, when he's different out in person.
I'm not
Well,
sitting in front of a
you
damn
all are
computer.
amazing. So
Definitely.
yeah, it's been fun. And I guess we're going over to Raid
Video call-in show.
video
If
calling show.
someone would put a link up to Jim's channel, that would be, I might be able to get it really quick.
American Go Prospector says that Dano is the king of baking goods.
You
Yeah,
ain't
he's
been
got
down
balls.
that road.
Oh,
Don't go
yeah.
there. Don't go there.
Oh.
I got the tastiest balls around. That's all I'll tell you.
Dano's balls are so good they should write a song about them.
That just sounds so wrong.
I know it just ain't right because you don't understand, but my balls are delicious.
Yeah, it always goes that way too, Jason. But they're Buckeye balls.
They're Buckeye balls,
peanut butter
Buckeye
and
balls.
chocolate.
Y'all had you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
and I
ain't
ain't going to either.
I know what they are, and I'm not going to eat them.
No, they're amazing. You gotta try it once.
No, I don't. Trust me, I will go to my deathbed happy not having eaten any of those.
Yeah.
What you do is just pretend there's something else, and then you know.
I can pretend all I want. I still know what they are.
They are amazing, by the way.
I'm sure they are.
Oh man. No, I'll believe you, but I don't want to try.
If my wife's Japanese, I'm just happy if the stuff is cooked. So Rocky Mountain oysters to me is like caviar.
Okay.
And you'll love my balls.
Oh yeah, that dessert.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Well, you guys, it's been great, and we'll have to do it again sometime.
Definitely,
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
If y'all made the comments or whatever, I mean, just shout out to every one of you. Thank you for watching the show. For listening.
They look like
you
were having
heard
fun.
him. You heard him. Thank you all out there for watching the show and joining us tonight. You're all the best. The very best.
We're amazing people.
And we got the best chat group around.
And the best moderators.
Oh, definitely.
If there's a different breed of a human being, it's a gold miner. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you bet.
Definitely.
I believe so.
You bet.
Treasure hunters, period.
Right?
We're definitely a different breed.
People.
I just hope for heavy pounds for everybody.
Thank you, sir. And we hope may your sluice box overflow with nugs of joy.
May I go through my tailings twice over and find twice as much.
Hopefully you won't find none in your tailings and it'll all be in your box.
I don't want Colorado flour gold in my tailings.
Hope you get it all, brother. Hope you get it all. Hey, Chris Chadwick, better late than never, but we're calling it a show. Everybody head over to Video Call-In Show and let's give a Flash Fam raid to my friend Jim that we got hooked on prospecting. He's been with he's gone
to another one.
Yeah, we prospected with Jim twice now, Jason. But let me get this taken care of. Just hold right there, Jason, if you would.
Yes, sir.
And everybody, thanks for joining us again for another Tuesday Night Hangout Live. Don't forget to come next week while we have Ray Rusaw with us. All of you know who he is.
Keep your kids at home.
Yeah, put the kids in their rooms.
It will be an adult rating show. We have the world famous, world renowned Juno Dredger joining us next week.
And it probably won't be monetized either.
Probably not. It's gonna be a great show. Ray's a great guy, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Most
Ray's a
of
great
you
dude.
already know.
Yes,
So
you did, Bob. You missed Iron Marvin.
yes, you did. But for you, Bob, run for the hills!
You're too easy, Ed. That would have made him wait till next weekend. Next week.
Yeah, but he gave a $5 tip.
That's true.
Gotta love that, brother.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Until then, may you always have a flash in your pan.
Now, you know what he's going to say next.
That's right, brother. Maybe one day, too, we'll meet you on the river. Now, I should have had this all queued up already, but I don't. See you all later, folks.
No, Brian, no numbers.
No numbers. Okay.
You guys still there?
We do it every now and then.
Yeah,
It's live.
live entertainment.
It's not always perfect, but it's just about.
We really appreciate you all being with us.
Get a bunch.
Get a bunch.
Did you have enough beers for the night?
No, I'm actually out. I need to go get some more. I got
I can use the darn.
It's nice to have a sun that's
Oh, yeah. My mom used to tell me to go get cigarettes. And I was like, "Good."
That's awesome. And they sold it.
Oh, yeah. All I needed was a note.
Right? I
Note from my mom. A note from my mom. Please sell Jesse a pack of cigarettes.
remember